What's up, man? What's going on? Welcome back to the Just Kickin' podcast. We know it's been a really long time since we recorded. I forgot. I lost count how many days. Honestly, it's been a while. Yeah. We apologize. We had a lot going on. A lot of stuff's been going on. Life happens, so we just schedules wasn't matching up. So we finally got everybody here. Well, almost everybody. So it's just good to be back. We missed y'all. Our listeners overseas, we apologize. We missed y'all. Hopefully, you're still rocking with us. So it's just good to be back, man. So how y'all doing?
Doing
Good. How's your weekend? Anything fun? Anything?
Wishing I was still at Dreamville Festival.
Right.
Hard trying to adapt and come back.
Right. I need like a time machine. Just go back and like a week ago. So yeah, that was pretty fun for sure. UV.
Just been relaxing, preparing for the return. The best podcast out.
Yes, man, for sure. The best sneaker podcast ever. All right. So with that being said, we're going to get into what we got on feet today. It's a lot of special, a lot of heat in here. Especially...
It's real hot in here. It's a whole lot of heat.
Yes, I need to turn the AC on, man. It's a little warm in here.
Warm. Man.
Yeah. So we'll go this way. What we got on feet today?
All right. So for starters, what I have on is these are custom forces by NK on Customs. Myself, as I did say, Dreamville Festival, we went and attended that. The whole outfit I had on was inspired by, but it really started with these shoes. These were just regular white and green forces. I think the artist's name is 5 a.m. Rosa. I may be saying that right. I may mess it up. Sorry if I am.
Oh, on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that came with the fire and the flames to it. But everything else is from J. Cole's song Revenge of the Dreamers.
Classic.
The first Dreamville mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
So put the lyrics on the shoe and a couple other accents and Dreamville on the back. So
yeah,
pretty special pair for me.
For sure, those are dope, bro.
Yeah, they're cool.
I appreciate that.
All right, V.
Well, just got on nice general release Cardinal 3s. I still don't know how I feel about them.
Really?
I don't know.
I seen up here this weekend when I was doing some games. I was like,
I thought I was gonna really like them.
Well, you just don't. No, not doing it for you.
Yeah.
You gonna sell
And
them?
I'm wearing them because I always say I'm wear the shoes that I buy.
Right.
And I
Is
don't
your first time
sell them. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's gotta be because the things look fresh out the box.
Word.
Yeah.
Brand new and everything. I think they're decent.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't know.
They're not anything special.
Yeah. Like I don't know what it is like about threes, but lately, like I feel like the quality just hasn't like been there.
They have been over the top.
Yeah, it hasn't been like anything really like special coming out with the threes. I've caught a couple of threes recently, but yeah, not really. They're okay to me. They're all right. So, yeah. All right, I got on the Child to Virgil, of course, rest in peace. Jordan Off-White 5, the sales. I don't know why people think these are not as good as the what's the other joints?
The gray ones you're talking about?
Yeah. And those are hard to me, but something about these is I don't know, they just pop to me,
Yeah.
Like definitely like the sail, I guess mesh material right here.
Like the yellow look over the actual white ones.
Right.
Yeah,
of course, the yellow bottom, 23 on the side, the holes, of course. So definitely a
beautiful shoe.
Very beautiful shoe for sure. Got the zip tie, of course. So yeah, just overall a great shoe. I think, in my opinion, these are better than the Muslims. In my humble opinion.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you.
Yeah, so
I'll take both now if I can get both.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take. Yeah, what I'm saying.
Please don't.
I'll take.
Get me wrong.
Yeah, right. I'll take both. So, but yeah, these are just really special to me, honestly. So, yes, that's what we're wearing today. So let's get into sleepers of the week. Sleeper sneaker of the week. What you got?
Sleeper sneaker, and it may not necessarily be classified as a sleeper. I just know myself in person. I have not seen these pair on a lot of people's feet. I happen to see them on the timeline I know everybody has dunks right now. Dunks is a popular wave. I think
Right.
the dunk wave is about to die out a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah.
But the Michigan dunks that
Yes.
the yellow and navy blue, that colorway.
The high top or the low top?
I saw high tops.
Okay.
So it would probably be high top. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
But those Michigan dunks. That's my sleeper.
Okay, solid pair.
Mine, it came to me, I was looking at the rollout of the silhouettes they got coming out this year, and they're coming out with some military black 4s, which I've never heard of.
Oh, no, I know exactly what it is.
The military blue 4s.
Yeah.
They came out in 2006,
Yeah.
and I think they retroed in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a sleeper to me. Just clean colorway.
Yeah, I got to see those again. I can't remember like what those look like, but yeah, from what you said, I'm sure like they are a very nice pair of shoes for sure. All right, mine. So it's Jordan 4 came out in 2015, I believe, and it's the Cement 4s. I feel like those are very slept on in my opinion. Like a fresh pair like Cement 4s with the Nike Air back tab.
Yeah.
Very
very
beautiful shoe. Very beautiful shoe. Yeah. I know like they kind of get a bad rap because like when they start to like yellow and like break down, it
throws out the whole look.
Yeah, it definitely throws out the whole look. Which mine are starting like to yellow around like the netting part. They're definitely starting to yellow, but still like a beautiful shoe. I think they're coming back out again sometime this year or next year, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely try to get another pair just to like have on ice. I think like my first on ice pair of shoes. Yeah. So
more big money stuff.
Oh,
hey, man,
from Big Money
himself.
Big money talk. What you mean? All right. So we're gonna get into today. So as you guys, I'm sure there's been a lot going on. Before we do that, I'm gonna give the floor to V so he can gloat in his.
What happened?
You know what happened. What we talking about off here? About the Pelicans.
No, we don't have to talk about the Pelicans.
And his Lakers slander that's never ending.
I mean,
you know.
Hey man, you might as well pile on board and get it in because everybody else is getting
getting taken there.
I feel like I've been too hard on the Lakers. They got a bunch of great players. Great players. You saw they signed Matt McClung.
They did.
So they're tooling up for a championship run. They're going to be great in the playoffs this year. I think they're a really dangerous squad. I'm going to keep that same energy, LeBron. I'm going to keep it from the start of the season. Keep doubting your age and all that. Keep doubting y'all. Let's keep Russ.
Let's not keep him. Russ.
Oh, now he's being funny.
Right.
What's wrong with Russ?
Hey, man.
Russ
that man has a family.
If they were healthy, they win. So, they still got a chance. Surely they haven't been eliminated. They're going to be in the play-in.
Jesus.
Probably beat the Pelicans again. Sweep the Suns.
All right. Is it?
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks?
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Jeez.
If you get the reference, you know where that's from.
If you know, you know. That's
if you know, you know. Yeah, right. All right, so we're going to get in today. I'm sure as you guys have seen, Nike has finally reached a new deal with Kobe and his estate for releasing of Kobe's in the future. So the question I have is, what does this mean for really both sides? So what does this mean for Nike, and then what does this mean for Kobe and his family, for his legacy, basically, that he's already left, but just keeps building on and on. What do you think that means for both sides, and how do you? Well, I'll get to the second part later, but yeah.
You mean for both sides? First off, we'll start with the quote from Jay-Z. Nobody wins when the family feuds. So to finally be able to put that together, it was just like once that news had broke previously, as far as like the rift between Nike, Vanessa, it was kind of just like a dark energy
cloud,
buying Kobe's, and it's like you have some, do you even want to sell them because they're not going to be released again? And it's like, you look at whatever you have, like, oh yeah, these are never coming out again.
Right.
Then you had I believe it was Middleton had played in the Mambasitas when they didn't want him released, and then that was a big deal. So going forward, I think for one, especially with Vanessa and the family, I think it's going to bring like some peace to how things are being handled going forward. That it's not like they're going to turn on an NBA game if they even watch basketball anymore. But if they turn on an NBA game, it's not like they're going to see some shoes that they never intended to have released on foot by a player.
Right.
And then for the other side, which I think I would say Nike, and then maybe expand it to like the the NBA players and stuff, and even down to us. I believe that the Kobe should be easier to be attained now.
Yes.
They can put more in in production and more out
more
there
quantity,
that can be sold.
Right.
And then I probably would say just overall for both sides and for us as well. Hopefully what this means is that Kobe sneakers will be more attainable.
Right.
I do know you have in black and white, you have your metrics, you have your numbers that have to be hit. I feel that Kobe shoes should be as easily accessible. You can go in any Foot Locker
and just grab
you
a
can
pair.
get, even if it's maybe not the Grinches, you can get like Kobe sneakers that nice. They should just be readily available because he has so many fans. He got so many people that adore him and just love the sneaker.
Right.
Fan of that. So hopefully going forward we can see that.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. I share similar sentiments. I feel like the supply should meet the demand now. When it comes to like Kobe and these releases. I think the first Kobe they're gonna put out is the Protro 6s. I think.
Okay. Yeah, they're putting out the Mambacita colorway.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds are going to
the foundation. Okay. Yeah. So, it's just I think the supply should be the demand, just because like Bo was saying, they should be more easily accessible to like just go in the store and like get a pair, or even if like you had to get them off a reseller, like the reseller should have obviously.
This should be enough where a reseller can't make like $50,000 off.
Yeah, right. They're not like overcharging like crazy, for the pair of Kobe's now. I just share similar sentiments. Honestly, not too much else to say. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You got anything to add, V?
Not really. That's probably the smartest way to go about it, because I was trying to think of how they would do that, because I have faith that Nike will like always do the wrong thing. Because it's just about the money.
Yeah, they've been on the run.
But if they were to pick like the top 10 or 15 colorways that have the hype behind them, like the Grinches, like you said,
yep.
And then you could treat those like you treat every other release, and then just mass produce like more generic Kobe's. That would maybe. Because that's what Vanessa said.
Right.
She wanted everyone to be able to have the shoes.
Right. That's what you said.
So maybe that's how they can play both sides. Because ultimately, like, they only care about the money.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Because it is business at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. What was I about to say? You know how like they're doing the like the thing on sneakers where it was like certain cities had gotten like, if you got like a notification like, we're having like a surprise drop at like 2:30 for like select cities, like if you're in this region, whatever. I think that's
the
how
sneaker passes.
Yeah, the pass. Yeah, that's what it passes. I think that's how they should do like certain, not all Kobe's, but like certain like really like limited edition. Like, okay, if you're in this region,
That
like,
mess around brought back the galaxies.
Right. Like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like the cities that have ties to Kobe, like obviously LA, Philly. I think those should be like the first two cities that
50 ball. Maybe that's a
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad at it. Throw Atlanta in there. Shit.
40-year-old 50 ball.
But yeah, I think those should be like the first cities to have
Charlotte.
access. Oh, Charlotte. Yeah. That should have access to first access to getting the Kobe's, especially like the ones that are like really limited edition. That's one thing I would add in there for sure. So I guess like the second part I would ask is that's me kind of getting into it. My second part, how do you want like Nike to handle the these drops now? If it's really like all Kobe's, it don't have to be like a limited edition or like a Kobe that's not really as popular. Like, how do you think Nike should go about like handling like these drops? Like, how often do you think they should drop them? Like, should the price point change? You know what I'm saying?
So I think somewhat how I touched on it earlier, or how we've all basically said it in a different way. There should be much more supply. There shouldn't be, such a scarcity to where people just know that they have no chance of trying to get any Kobe's or anything like that.
Right.
Price point wouldn't differ much from what it actually currently is, especially if in black and white, like, Vanessa and Nike have signed a deal where, they know in good faith they can continue making Kobe's, and they, everybody has a vision that's on board together. You can continue producing the product as normal. I would expect there to be more Kobe's available. Price point maybe not much different. I believe, what's it, like $225 for a pair of Kobe's? If you got them at retail.
If you got,
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
So I'd say $225. I mean, if you want to go, Grinches, I wouldn't be mad if, like, the Grinches came back around like holiday releases.
Yeah.
And the Grinches price point was like $250. I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's high to some, but at the same time, it's like this is like a staple sneaker in not just Nike basketball, but just like Nike in general.
Right.
It's like, okay, I can understand paying a little bit more for that. And then as far as like the timing of releases, you could do a holiday release. You do a holiday release like once a year.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Galaxies before, we talked about like the All-Star pack. Personally, side note, I think that Nike should bring back that 2012 All-Star pack.
Yeah.
And they need to like retro that.
That shit was crazy, man.
But say 1 year they do like a holiday release of Grinches.
Right.
And then they do like general releases of just like the other Kobe colorways.
Right.
And then like the next year, maybe no holiday release, but like an All-Star weekend release of like Galaxies or something.
Right.
Then maybe follow that up with maybe they do something in a Lakers colorway, OG Lakers colorway, maybe like the Sunday Hollywood Nights or something like that. But release it around like opening night.
Yeah.
Of the NBA season. So, they can be creative in certain ways like that. And I think especially doing it that way, it's not going to leave a sour taste in anyone's mouth.
Right.
But I think something along those lines would probably do well.
Suffice, yeah. What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you laid it out pretty good. The only thing that I feel like is off the table, like we can't have any new Kobe's, especially like silhouettes, because you can't just slap that man's name on anything. We're strictly like retroing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You strictly got to just like retro what you've already put out.
That's what
he's already signed off on.
Right. Point right there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna also ask about. Like, do you think it's time for them to start like retroing like certain Kobe's, and like, do you think it's that?
I wouldn't jump into it yet, because it's like, it's not like it's LeBron or KD where it's like there's a new shoe coming out every year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like, if they just jump in and start retroing everything, like,
they're gonna have to keep retroing.
You're gonna keep retroing, then you're gonna run out of it, unfortunately, because Kobe's no longer with us to make anything new.
Right.
So I think, because we're already on the sixes, so I think just continue with the sixes, even if they continue with it for like 2 years, and then follow that up by like, all right, we start going back and things like that. But I think like they should retro it, but it should be like kind of slow and steady.
Right. Yeah. Like over time, like don't just go all gas, no brakes at the gate.
It's like the library. I mean, like the catalog you have right now is what you have when it comes to Kobe. There's nothing else that can be brought in.
Right. Nothing new and like innovative or fresh or anything like that. So yeah, I agree. All right, so switching gears a little bit, as Bo stated, we did go to Dreamville Fest. And you see the hat right there. This one's for the history books, man. And that festival was definitely one for the history books. It was a great fucking festival. Let's just talk about a little bit. What was your favorite part?
Man, so of course, being from the Atlanta area, I got to start day one because, and as we mentioned before, we do. Myself, my fiance Kristen, we do custom clothing, custom shoes. So the first day, I had the Spillage Village jersey because I met him over here at Kroger. He's from East Atlanta, JID.
Crazy.
So we made Spillage Village jerseys. I had JID. Shout out to JID and Earth Gang.
Yes, sir.
Fiance had Earth Gang. So we had the Spillage Village jerseys, and everybody just showed so much love at the festival. during Earth Gang set. Of course, I'm 6'7", so my height used to help with blocking shots and rebounds. I'm a regular guy now, so I use my height at concerts to hold up merch so that the artist performer can see it. So Earth Gang saw the jersey. Well, Doc out of Earth Gang saw it. He shouted out Spillage Village to us, and that was real cool. The Jid got through his set, and before he went into another song, he stopped the crowd, asked them, y'all know what Spillage Village is?
Right.
Stuff like that. I was like, oh, perfect time, hit it.
Hold it up, yeah.
So I held it up in the crowd, and while going through his set, Jid turns and sees me and is like, oh, and he got the Spillage Village jersey.
Yeah.
So, not gonna lie, I felt a little juiced up. Getting shouted out in front of 80,000 people. That was real cool.
Yes, sir.
And I had my dog with me, so, we were in there. But the festival was great, man. Aside from that, Lil Baby was the closed the show out the first night.
Yep.
And brought his jersey out. Now, Lil Baby did not shout me out, but it was cool. I went 2 for 3
It was dark,
on the day.
man. It was dark. You know what I'm saying?
It was dark. I went 2 for 3 on the day.
Yeah.
And then the second day, of course, we had so many good acts. Wale performed the second day. Boz.
Yeah.
That's just the first 2 off the top of the head.
Right.
The DJ Drama Gangsta Grill set, like to see Lil Wayne go through swag surfing off No Ceilings Live.
Ooh, I know that was crazy.
We ended with the GOAT himself, J. Cole.
Yes, sir. Shut that shit down.
Shut it down.
Per usual. Yeah, it was definitely a great festival. Probably my favorite parts was like when we first got there. Friday we went to the pop-up shop and we saw it was crazy. We were just like standing in line. And like they had like a little area like off to the left.
It was a bar too.
It was like a bar, and you could like just chill there, like drink and listen to music and shit like that. And so we're just chilling on the stairs and waiting to go in, whatever. And then I see like this like 6'3", 6'4" figure. I'm like, dude tall. Like he dressed out good, nice and shit like that. So I look up. I'm just like I look closer. I was like, yo, that's Eve.
That's Cole's manager.
I was like, that's Cole's manager, just like chilling right here. Like if I'm like we're standing right here, Ebe is like just sitting down chilling like right here, like literally like not even 5 feet from me. And I was like, yo, this is crazy.
And cause I always joke with my parents about this because it's like now I'm a little extroverted. I speak to people, I'm just really a nice person, try to speak to people, stuff like that. So I see Ebe, and I remember seeing him tweet about like how good it felt to have a Gangsta Grills mixtape. And no, he said Ebe had tweeted when the Dreamville Fest lineup came out that he was gonna shed a tear when the Gangsta Grills set came on and he first heard DJ Drama's voice. Yeah. So I just thought back to that tweet because I saw Ebe, and almost like I knew him, I saw Ebe walk out, and I was like, I told y'all, I was like, yo, that's Cole's manager. Yeah. Now, I don't know, I'm just like, yo, Ebe. And he turns, and I got my face mask on, of course, and he's like, man, I ain't even recognize you with your face mask on. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is a very nice man, because if I take this face mask off, you don't know who the hell is talking to you. Right. You don't know me. But I appreciate you acting as if you do. Right. So I was like, man, how's it feel to have a Gangsta Grills mixtape? He was like, man, it feels wonderful. I was like, man, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. He was a great fucking guy. Like as you see him like on Twitter, that's really how he is in real life. He's so just like humble. He'll speak to you. But yeah, like we were just sitting there chilling, and then like Luke walks out, and he's just talking to Ebe. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Luke just walked out, and then fucking who else was there? JID. Boz had walked out, just talking to people online, taking pictures and shit. Boz was a foot from us, and we were about to get a picture. Oh my god! I dropped the ball for the crew because all I had to do was say something to Boz or tap him on the shoulder or something. You could have got a picture, could have got a chance to talk to him. You could have plugged some merch. I don't know.
I definitely could have plugged some merch.
So believe me, next year, I'm not gonna drop the ball on that opportunity.
Yeah, man.
But I do have to say, for the record, it was all his idea to go to the pop-up shop. Yeah. I was tired. Y'all was ready to go home. I was hungry. Yeah. I was ready to go get some groceries. Worse than that, I was going to drop him off at the pop-up shop.
Yeah, I was going to be there by myself.
By himself. Yeah. And then but he was like, no, let's go. Yeah. And we went and we met everybody. Dennis Smith Jr. came through there.
He pulled up. Earth Gang was there.
Earth Gang. What's his name that covers the NBA that was there?
Oh, Amin El Hassan or something like that.
Yep, he was there. So it was all his decision to go with the pop-up shop.
Yeah, Friday. It was a vibe. As far as the festival goes, obviously, Cole killed that shit. This, we know this, what he does.
Absolutely.
But it was funny because like the guy at the pop up, he asked me like who was I most excited to see, and I said T-Pain, like, but without a doubt. That was my favorite part of the festival.
Absolutely,
T-Pain had one of the greatest sets at the fucking festival. Like,
talking about some classics and some hits.
Just classics on hits on classics on hits. Like, it was a great set. Like, that was probably my favorite set outside of J. Cole and obviously Jid and Earth Gang and them. So yeah, the whole weekend was just, it was a really good time, man. It was a vibe, just really good energy, good people, good music, So definitely looking forward to going back soon. Hopefully we can join us next year.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, bet. Yeah, so I always talk about Dreamville Fest. I'm getting to a point here. Yeah, we're not just like talking about just rubbing you guys' faces or anything like that. But the second day, J. Cole was seen wearing a pair of Jordan 1s, performing in a pair of Jordan 1s. He had a nice fit on.
Yeah. OG Cole fans.
Yeah. So, what was he wearing? The Chicago's?
Jordan 1s.
He was wearing the Chicago 1s.
I believe it was the 2016 because he had Jordan on the tag.
Yeah.
The Nike Air. So
Yeah, so that was interesting to see just because he signed with Puma. So I'm just like, is there...
First thing that we discussed was like...
Is there like a rift going on between him and Puma? Is he thinking about leaving them? Like, are they not on the same page? Like, what do you think is going on there?
So first thing we had discussed was that J. Cole's jerseys, the Dreamer Jerseys series that he has with Mitchell and Ness, how, like, first thing, once we first saw it, I remember the Miami one came out and I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And we talked about how cold those jerseys looked, and then it was like city to city. He had one for every city.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, these jerseys are hard. These joints are beautiful. And Cole, my dog, but you look at the fit and you see the jersey, but then when they zoom out and it's like, he got a pair of them Pumas on his feet.
Right.
And it's like, and it's like, he would do the best he can with the colorways, because it's like, I'll say the one that looked nice was the Orlando Magic. Because they have a Puma shoe that's like royal blue predominantly with black outsole. So that one looks somewhat nice.
Right.
But then like Atlanta, he had like the white joints with the gun bottom.
Yeah, it was like nah.
It was like and we were saying a lot of these jerseys, like, they look nice, but because he didn't have like the sneakers to really match with them, it kind of was like. Yeah, it was like you made a nice move, but then you kind of just like
blew the way up. Yeah.
So it was like okay, but it's not there. So to finally see him with the Dreamer jersey, and then finally you can see him on screen, and then like they put him on a big screen, and like he turned, and I saw like he had on Jordan 1s. Like, how it is that a Jordans can complete an outfit, or they can take a basic outfit and dress it up and make it look nicer.
Exactly.
So for him to have a custom Dreamer jersey on, and then, have like the flannel and all that, and then some Jordan 1s on, it's a solid fit.
Right. It's a great fit.
It looked nice. It looked nice.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, there could very well be a chance that Cole could be going in a different direction. He fulfilled his basketball obligation.
Right.
I know personally I was hoping he was going to play a little bit longer so we could see some more games.
Right.
But for him to play, get the professional contract, play in Rwanda, and then be able to play in Puma products while releasing his own shoe that he worked on and worked with, it was a good look. It was a good look. It did a lot. From Kuzma wearing them and playing in them to other guys in the league. So it was a good look. But he could be transitioning, switching gears.
Yeah. V, I wanted to ask you this. Do you think, like, if he was to leave Puma, do you think he would get his own, like, signature shoe with Jordan?
Can I be negative?
Oh,
this is today.
No.
Why? And why do you say that?
I don't think the Pumas sold all that well. Like, I looked today just to, like, get, prepare. Like I said, I was doing all weekend preparing for this. Doing some research. Every Dreamer on Puma is like 50% off right now.
Really?
Did they sell? Like, I bought a pair.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was his first shoe. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I'm buying.
But I never bought another one.
Yeah.
To be honest,
because the first one's sold out.
Yeah.
In like 2 minutes.
Yeah. They sold out. But like you said, I think a lot of I'm not to be negative, but to be realistic, I think a lot of people bought the first Puma shoe off the hype of the fact that, like, yo, this is freaking J. Cole, he's got a shoe.
Right.
Right, I bought it because I'm his fan. I'm a support. You know, he
right.
said he wanted to do this. Like, I buy shoes. I wear shoes.
Right. Some of them
I got the finances.
J. Cole's got a pair of shoes. Like, I'm buying them.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy. How many colorways have come out since then? I haven't seen one that I'm like,
3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah.
I gotta have this. So I bought one because it was his shoe.
Right.
So I don't know that like Nike or Jordan looks at that and is like, that's the guy we want.
This guy can sell.
Yeah.
Because he can't. Well, he might not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say he can't.
So you don't think like he's as polarizing a figure as anybody else who has like a signature shoe? Like
I think maybe, he puts, shoe companies to sleep.
I'm not gonna be that negative. What I can say is with Cole is like he's a world-renowned rapper. His skills, but like nobody can talk about that. I think he said it on Waterboys. Don't get it F up with this homeless aesthetic.
Yeah.
Cole knows he was not dressed like that.
Right.
Now, to be honest, now if there was somebody who he should have had, if anything, he should have had this maybe 10 years ago. We see Drake with his. But personally, the rapper that I feel like could actually sell sneakers because of their brand, of course, Wale. But like when it comes to Cole, Cole doesn't necessarily have like a brand where it's like he's got the freshest sneakers on every day. I was waiting for this part of the conversation to make this point.
Okay.
Not only was Cole spotted in Jordan 1s, but also if we look back in history before he got the Puma deal. Mm-hmm. Cole not only wore Jordan 1s.
Yes.
I also have reason to believe, and probably some factual information, this was the same exact pair of Jordan 1s for 3 years.
Yeah.
I believe, I firmly
Because I was
believe.
wondering, I was like, did you have like 3 or 4 pairs? Yeah.
But if you look at them, it's like they lace the same, and if you look hard enough, the laces look like they might be the same.
You take them off real careful after every show.
Careful.
Right, yeah.
If you were to meet them in person, you'd be like, you had that stain when you was in South Carolina.
Right.
And it's like, this is
I remember that scuff right there.
I remember that scuff. It's New York. That's the same scuff. So, like, I personally believe he had the exact same pair of Chicago's and just wore them, like, all the time.
Yeah.
So, to also answer your earlier question, is it Gibson's signature? Absolutely not. What I could see, for one, that Dreamer logo that you've seen on, like, the Puma shoes.
Oh, yeah.
If you also notice, the Dreamer logo is featured on at least the ads for the Mitchell & Ness jerseys. Mm-hmm. So that logo lets me know that it's completely like his own. So it's not like Puma gave it to him.
Right, yeah.
So you will probably see that maybe in insoles. What I see and I estimate is he'll have a collab of sorts. So what would be really cool is we already know that this upcoming year we're talking about a reimagined Jordan 1. Mm-hmm. Jordan 2s are coming back. I could see a collaboration for Cole with, if they want to be really cool, like a Jordan 1 collaboration with Cole because he wore the shoe all the time.
Right.
But then you think about like some Cole lyrics, like Carolina Blue Kicks fresh on the scene.
Yeah.
Right.
Now he went to St. John's. I did a little research. St. John's is a Nike school, so if they want to go real far back in the bag, you could do something with St. John's and Jordan Brand with Cole in the mix.
That would be hard.
But everybody knows like North Carolina and Cole.
Yeah.
You could do something.
North Carolina Tar Heels fan
too.
So.
Yeah, you could do something like that. Can't do NC State.
Nah.
Because that's Adidas.
Nah.
Yeah, and Dennis Smith Jr. don't go there no more, so he
far and we ain't got no ties no more.
He shouldn't be that big of a fan for NC State.
Right.
But I only see a collab happening, and ideally, I think a Jordan 1 collab for J. Cole
would be like.
Does it make sense though? I gotta be the devil's advocate.
It
makes sense.
You're making a great point. That it's not really like what is
it's not
it like?
his thing.
It's not the same.
The sneakers made sense because he was playing basketball.
Right. Exactly. That's a good point.
And they're basketball.
So he's not playing basketball anymore.
Right.
But I mean, like Travis doesn't play basketball.
Don't play basketball.
Travis doesn't, but Travis was. We got to give Travis his credit because the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1, even though it was just a simple tweak to take the original swoosh off and put it backwards on there.
Yeah.
That shit was phenomenal, and it was fire. And then it was the colorway, like, I didn't really know people thought of, like, brown like that.
Yeah.
Brown and pink, brown and
brown
red,
aesthetic.
brown and black.
Yeah.
And, you know, Travis and his brand pushed that out there. So, and it stuck, it hit. And I'll also say J. Cole doesn't necessarily have the same hype around him. Like, if you remember, we go back to 2015. Where were you the first time you heard Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman?
Oh, yeah.
And then to find out Drake's got he's got a sneaker with Jordan Brand coming out.
The 10s.
It was crazy. Yeah. And it was just so much hype around it. So, yeah, to be honest with you, it's one of those things, it's like, we can do this just to do it. Does it make sense?
Nah, probably not.
But you can't give them the one right away.
See, and that makes it even harder because it's like, it's an iconic shoe that everybody's looking for. I can't lie, like, I love Cole, I love sneakers. If Jordan Brand came out and was like, we know you all have wanted the Jordan 1 for years. Yeah. We know you all been dying to get this. We're going to give you close to the original colorway, and it's only going to be J. Cole inspired. I'd be a little mad. Like, I want to just regular Chicago 1.
If he comes out with a boring Jordan 1, the jokes, I can already see it on Twitter. I can already see the jokes. Yeah, so just give him, like, let him start with, like, an Air Force 1.
Okay. That makes sense.
But on the other hand, I have to say, like,
because it's a generic shoe.
I can't picture Cole in an Air Force 1. Like, I've never seen
because
Cole
he wears that one pair of Chicago's or some Crocs. Yeah. I'd be cool with a Croc deal. I'd buy the Crocs. I already have a couple pairs.
I don't buy
the little, like, the Dreamer widgets on them.
Yeah, fucking Dreamer widgets. You can have a cut out of each Dreamville artist's head on there.
Yeah, look, hey Dreamville, you listening?
Crocs.
I know some people that wear some Linux widgets on their Crocs. Yeah, I know that would sell.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see Cold Enforces. The Jordan 1 is very. Jordan 1 is polarizing. It's a lot of strong feelings with the Jordan 1.
You could
because Travis didn't even get the 1s first.
He got the 4s, right?
He got the 4s, and I think he got a pair of Air Forces.
And that was after the 1s.
That was after the 1s.
Yeah, he had the 4s, the 1s, and the Air Forces.
4s first.
He had the white pair of the Air Force and then the sail pair.
Yeah.
And the Oilers came out first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. But, I mean, you could argue that the 1s are kind of, like, generic now. You could argue.
They put out enough for them to be generic.
You could.
It's just, it really is, it's not just the 1s, it's the Chicago colorway. So it's like, if we only got a J. Cole inspired Chicago colorway, that's going to hurt a lot of feelings. Yeah. Now, personally, I still try to pull the trigger because it's like, you know, but yeah, that would rub a lot of people the wrong way. So it would be one of those things where it's just like, we can do this, we can try it out, see how it goes. It's like low risk, low reward type deal. Yeah. So that makes sense to me, but like, yeah, as far as there being like a specific demand and market for it,
you don't think it's there, right?
It's not really there.
That's understandable. Just something cool we can think about. Yeah. That's understandable. Yeah. All right. We about to wrap it up. But you said you have a new top 5 you wanted to.
Oh yeah. See, he said since I'd already given the top 5 on the previous 2 times I was here, I was good. But I told him, I said absolutely not. Every time you come here, you have a new top 5. That's how it should be handled. I don't know how any other guests feel when they come here, but for me, I will have a different top 5 every time. So coming in at number 1 on the top 5, trying to figure out the best way to say it. I had Chicago written, Varsity Sixes. So you know what that is. Black and red, 91 finals against Magic. Yeah. You know, as we discussed, white socks with black shoes. Hard. Anytime I really think about the Sixes, I think about Mike in those. Actually, the specific picture is Jordan bringing the ball up the court in the Sixes. That's just an iconic picture to me. So we start with that. Then we go to a very rare shoe. I'm so sick that I actually, again, I didn't know I could restore shoes and stuff like that, so I let these go. Jordan 17 Low UNC. So this is a rare shoe.
Very rare shoe.
I'm not going to get into the backstory because it's too long, but Low, just briefly, because your face is gonna be like you're gonna be shocked when I say this, but I got a pair of these, and I got them because my grandfather's friend had somebody that cleans houses, and they happened to clean a house for Randy Moss, and I got those.
Wow.
So, see, I'm not gonna go any further.
This man just like name drop
and you just got rid of them.
Cause like I had outgrown them. I couldn't restore them, couldn't clean them, couldn't do anything with them.
Let's keep moving. We'll talk about that.
I don't want to start crying. We can talk about that on camera.
We talk about that on camera, yeah.
So these are actually going to release. I just saw this. They're releasing 2 days after my fiance's birthday.
Okay.
So I am. If she casually threw in there once I told her the date, she was like, "Oh, don't worry about yourself, but those could be a birthday gift for me."
Right. Yeah.
They're coming out soon. The Green Bean 5s.
Oh, okay,
Silver and green
yeah.
joints. So middle school me was happy when I pulled the trigger on the Raging Bulls. I missed those. Probably gonna miss those. Number 4.
Me shaking his head like, yeah, man.
Number 4, of course, inspired by Genius, since we discussed that.
Okay.
Kanye's trilogy just came out.
Yeah.
College Dropout Babes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I like that.
if I ever mess around,
I like that.
And come up on a custom pair of those, bro, so
I like that.
Leveled up.
Yeah.
Last but not least, I'm gonna round this out with another shoe you and I discussed recently. Tribe Called Quest Jordan 1s.
Yes, sir.
So very rare
hard.
shoe.
Yeah.
They did like a tribute to Low End Theory, I believe.
Yeah, the Low End Theory.
Yeah, Low End Theory.
Yeah.
So they kind of did like that pattern all over the shoe.
Yeah.
Black and red and green, like Velcro strap.
Yeah.
But yep, that's my 5. So
That's a very
we updated.
Solid 5.
it's a
New 5.
very solid 5. That's a starting 5. That's an all-star.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So that's gonna wrap it up for us. Again, thank you for guys who, touch bases with us, kept in touch with us, listen, weekly, watch the videos, listen to the podcast. We appreciate all your support. We are officially back though. We will be putting out more videos, more content in the coming weeks. So yeah, we just appreciate you guys rocking with us. Bo, before you get out of here, plug in your IG, what you got going on.
Instagram at N and spelled out K on Customs. Check us out, and you'll be seeing a lot more in the coming days. This content footage of Dreamville Fest, because that was a great weekend just in general, but for ourselves and a lot of the custom product and such that we made. It was a great time to just kind of showcase that. So definitely check us out.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you give them a follow. Dope Customs. You need anything, clothing, house, appliances, whatever.
Welcome
they do it
signs.
all.
Yep.
Welcome sign, whatever. They do it all. They do a really good job too, by the way. And I'm gonna plug myself in since we're here. We got some new. We got the new merch. We got the new mesh shorts. Just Kicking It. Just dropped.
Perfectly with the sale
this camera right here. Come on now. You see it. Just Kicking It going down the side.
Need that.
So we got the gold joints right here. So yeah, these are new. That's on my website at justkickinit.store. You can find me on Instagram at justkickinitshop. And I also have this blue pair right here. Yeah, man. Got this blue pair. It looks like a yellow, kind of a greenish. So yeah. Shout out to Vito. Doing these for me. Appreciate you, bro.
One time for Vito.
Yes, sir. So yeah, these are the first installment of many shorts to come this summer.
And today was a beautiful day in Atlanta, so it's heating up.
Yes.
So you'll start to have some opportunities to wear a little bit warmer weather clothing. So
for sure.
Definitely check them out.
Get your merch.
Get your merch. All right, let's go wrap it up first, man. We'll see you next time. Just Kicking the Podcast, episode 26. Forgot to add that in there. See you next time. We out.